Did you know that 90% of hotels don't have a 13th floor because the negative superstition associated with Did you know that 90% of hotels don't have a 13th floor because the negative superstition associated with the number 13? Well, believe it or not, it's absolutely true because developers of the buildings didn't think that guests would want to stay on the 13th floor because they'd be haunted. And interestingly, in many cases when there is a 13th floor, there ends up actually unironically being a lot of hauntings and or killings that happen on these floors. So that's all to say that the 13th floor of hotels is a place that you should absolutely avoid. And that is precisely why we'll be exploring them today. Because I found a combination of haunted hotels that technically don't have a 13th floor and some hotels that still do have a 13th floor, and so we're going to be checking them all out today in this video. So with all that being said, make sure to grab your ghost popcorn and let's do this. Okay guys, behind me is the Robert Treat Hotel in Newark, New Jersey. This is apparently one of the most haunted hotels in all of New Jersey. The reason being is because a lot of people have reported upon walking in, since it has a more vintage feel, they get a very overwhelming feeling just because there's potentially ghosts that they hear and the vibes are off, lights are flickering, elevator carts don't work. A lot of things are apparently off here. I'm excited to go to the 13th floor to see one, if they have it, and two, what the heck is going on. So this one should be good, possibly a little bit creepy. I also got a room here, so we can also check out the room while we're here. Let's see what's on this 13th floor. It's raining outside too as well, so adding to the creepy vibe. So these are all the presidents that have stayed at this hotel. Notably, assassinated, dropped a bomb, died in office. Not good fates. So I wonder if there's something to that. Hey guys, great news. So we just checked in, and we are on the 12th floor, which I believe is their proxy for the 13th floor. So I don't think they're going to have a 13th. Check it out. All right, guys, we're officially in the elevator at the Robert Treat Hotel. You'll notice that it's missing a 13th floor, and I was just so lucky to get the 12th floor. So we're going to be going up to the 12th floor, which is effectively their 13th floor because they are skipping the 13th floor. Let's see what it is. Here it goes. Elevator's about to open. I wonder what's going to be here.
Floor. Going up.
A little bit of squeaking. Old chandelier here. Okay, our room is open here. Hello? Oh, hello? So as soon as we got off the floor on this 13th floor, i.e. the 12th floor, there was just a guy that was looking the other direction, knocking as you saw, knocking multiple times in a row. He must have knocked like 6 or 7 times in a row. Nobody would answer the door. We tried to capture some footage of the peephole. He was right across from our room. Really weird start, just having a random person in the hallway like that. Very creepy vibes here though, upon the immediate entrance onto the 13th floor. Since the room is technically on the 13th floor, I'm going to look for certain things. There's this black light right here, so maybe there's some scratches on the wall, maybe some blood. I literally see something right there actually. I don't know what that is. Also want to hear some sort of like ghost wailings that some of these people on Reddit and the paranormal forums have reported, and just anything else that I consider spooky. So let's go ahead and use this black light first, and I'll let you know if I see anything. Oh my god. I think I just heard something. It was like a really loud door shut, followed by a little bit of a scream. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it, Scott. Probably so. That door has opened and closed 3 times in a row. The beds are pretty clean overall. I'm not seeing too many signs of ghost activity in the room, which is good. I think it's all reserved for the hallway, but I do want to look out for some sort of sound. So I'm going to go to the bathroom and try to hear some of these wails. I'm going to listen in on the wall right here, see if there's anything. No, that's good there. Let's try here. Okay, nothing. There's a door over there. I don't think that's accessible. And I am hearing some sort of noise. Not the AC. It's not coming out of the vent either. Something's maybe happening the floor above us, which technically would be that missing 13th floor. So, I mean, if you look at the light, just because there's a lot of always like hands touching it, you're starting to see the outline of a hand and some germs. But that's to be expected. I think any light would have that. Ceiling. How do you get that on the ceiling? I guess that's just like some pre-mold maybe that's growing. Oh, there's a lot of activity in the ceiling. It almost looks like hand streaks. Look at that. That looks like almost, that's legit. This is legit a hand. Those are fingerprints right there. And it's right next to the toilet. So I think somebody's having a hard time with the toilet and they're just holding on for dear life. Let's even check the toilet. No way. Okay, that is legitimately a handprint right there. I don't want to look any further in there. I'm starting to get spooked. It gets weirdly bright towards the elevator because of that chandelier. It actually looks like a haunted hotel. So 1206 is the room across from us. That was the room that had the really weird activity with security knocking. Let's go into the ice machine over here. It's always a bit strange just having a plant just in the middle of the hallway like so. Okay, let's see if the ice machine's working first though.
and interestingly, the arrows are even telling you to go down as if you're not supposed to go up. There's not even an arrow here telling you to go up. There are stairs though, so I do want to see if we can access some sort of like platform 9 3/4-esque floor 13 in between floors 12 and 14. So let's see what we got up here. Okay, so it goes straight to the 14th floor. As noted, I'm going to go here. So this is either the 13th or 15th floor. It's just not the actual 14th floor. So let's go onto it and see what is happening. Sounds like this place is about to explode, right? Yeah, way louder. So on the 13th floor, there's an additional hallway down at the end here. So this is actually additional elevators to the hotel lobby. I think it's worth going in one of those additional elevators. Maybe they have a 13th floor there, or maybe there's some other random things that we can find there. This way to elevator, we're officially in the back rooms of the Robert Tree Hotel. Okay, weirdly, they have law offices here. I don't know why they have like attorneys on site on their 14th floor. And there's a lot of cases that happen with people like mysteriously dying, and they need to have some attorneys on site. Okay, so that's very creepy. There's like some kids store or a kids library or playground room in there that has card access. Yeah, there's one of the rooms here. There's a light on. So here we are going back down, and in these different hotel elevators, there's still no 13th floor. So let's go ahead to the lobby because I think that's just about as much as we can do in this place. So we're going down now. That was way more adventurous than I expected it to be. The Robert Tree Hotel, 100% haunted. There's some crazy things happening on the 12th and 14th floor, which is effectively the 13th floor. So let's get out of here. If we can. Just got sent out of an alternative universe. Are we stuck in here? Alright, change of plans. We have to go back into the other